Welcome into a special holiday edition of Hoops Friday Night. I'm Adam Solomon. He's Tony Quach. Dwayne Scott will be with us shortly, per usual. It's a night of girls and guys matchups, but only one conference game on the whole schedule, Tony.
That's right, Adam. That game is courtesy of the Lipstick Vikings and the Columbus Grove Bulldogs, straight out of the Putnam County League, our spotlight game of the night.
This Hoops Friday Night Spotlight game is presented by Midwest Electric Incorporated.
Columbus Grove is opening PCL play while Lipstick is looking to get their first league win after starting 0-2. These two have split their last 4 meetings overall. First quarter, Grove swinging the rock around, resulting in the alley-oop finish by Trevin Baxter. That gets the crowd woken up. Then a few plays later, it's Landon Best stepping outside for the corner 3. The Bulldogs QB had 17 points tonight. Grove's up 6 at this point. Let's go to the other end. Lipstick would counter with Calvin Miller getting 3 of his 10 points from beyond the arc. That bucket right there keeps the Vikings within striking distance. Let's go to the second quarter now, where Gage Sauter, no defense, intercepts the pass and proceeds to raise the roof off with the two-handed throwdown. But Lipstick won't go away that easy. Cash Walther, all alone in front of the basket, lays that one up and in, leading to another highlight worthy of a play coming from Grove's Baxter yet again. This time, the tomahawk throwdown. He along with Brady Basinger would lead the way with 18 points for the Bulldogs as Columbus Grove picks up their first conference win of the season. 71-30 is your final score. And that's it for conference matchups. Now we go over to Ottoville High School. The Big Green played host to the Crestview Knights tonight. Crestview has won 3 of the last 4 in this series. And the Knights, they strike early and often. Owen Heckler, this senior, buries the 3. He had 10 points. It's a 7-0 lead out of the gate. Now, Ottoville's Ashton Miller would stop the run, though. He drives, he's fouled on the way, but powers his way for the bucket. He did miss the free throw, but they're on the board. Back comes Crestview now. Liam Putman going around his defender to the hoop, drops it in for the deuce. More from Miller later, this time showing off the range from the far corner. Splashes in a big 3 in the second quarter. Big Green, they trail by 5. Miller had a game-high 21. Running down the court we go now. Ottoville able to strike again down low, but Crestview always stayed a step or 2 ahead. Off the miss on the other end, it's Will Sheets grabbing the board, grabbing the putback. A team-high 19 points for the junior. Crestview wins 51-36 to improve to 4-5 on the year.
Undefeated Patrick Henry paid Fort Jennings a visit tonight. The Patriots have won the last 2 meetings heading into this one. To the fort, where the 2-4 Fort Jennings Musketeers are squared off against the 7-0 red-hot Patrick Henry Patriots. Picking things up in the third quarter, Patriots up 3. Matt Keever puts the defense through the spin cycle and lays it in. Now on the other end, Musketeers swinging around the perimeter. Hudson Mag, hand down, man down. The junior reins it in from behind the arc. But the Patriots would have an answer. Tristan Rosebrook comes off the screen and holds up the follow-through as he connects from downtown. Now in the final moments of the third, Landis Schulte makes his way to the corner and puts up the 3 and gets it to go at the buzzer to give the Patriots the 4-point lead. Then more from the Musketeers. Jeremy Mack gets the steal and goes coast to coast, and he'll finish through the contact. Tough basket right there. But the Patriots come right back down the floor. Rosebrook from the corner. Wait for it. You betcha. And for good measure, Heber nothing but nylon from behind the arc once more as Patrick Henry hold on late to final score 66-65.
We need to take our first break on Hoops Friday Night. When we come back, the girls take the court. We have highlights from the Vicky Mock Holiday Classic at Elida. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
You're watching Hoops Friday Night!
Welcome back to Hoops Friday Night. Let's switch to the girls playing ball tonight, the annual holiday tournament over at Elida.
That's right, Adam. It's the annual Vicky Mock Holiday Classic over at the Elida Fieldhouse. So without further ado, let's check out the action. It's a rematch of last year's championship game between the defending champion, Allen East, versus the Lima Senior. Both teams are looking for their 5th win of the season. First quarter, Denai Denson gets the rebound and the putback. The sophomore finished with 6 points in the game. In the second quarter, Riley Jordan comes away with the steal, and the senior makes it to the other end. That bucket makes it 15-8 Allen East. Later in the half, Jordan finds Brooklyn Crumrine, and here's some sweet string music by the junior, a game-high 26 points from her. Then Crumrine returns the favor to Jordan with a long pass, and Jordan lays it up and in. The senior chipped in with 11 points tonight. Allen East went into the half up 27-10. In the second half, Lima Senior continues to battle. Angie Kohlhofer works her way to the rim for 2 of her 10 points on the night. Meanwhile, Allen East is moving the rock around. Here's Evelyn Lehman hitting nothing but net, 15 points from the Mustang Junior. But the Spartans have range too. Kalia Luster hangs 3 on the board, but Lima Senior is still in the big hole. Meanwhile, the Mustangs will pull away. Bryn Richardson drives and goes off the window for the score. Allen East moves on to the championship game with a 59-40 win. All right, to the nightcap we go. It's MAC versus WBL as Knoxville takes on Elida. The Lady Rangers are still looking for their first win of the season, while the Lady Bulldogs attempt to get back to 500. First quarter, Lily Seifert turns and gets the ball to fall. 12 from the Bulldog Junior. Down the other end, Addie Albers bounces one to her younger sister Avery. That's 2 of her 7 points on the night. Now it's Addie's turn to put points on the board. The senior goes in strong and picks up the score. A team-high 11 points from her. But Elida decides to go a long distance. Emma Mitchell buries the triple try. That puts the Bulldogs up by 3. Then, moments later, Shea Rager with a nice turnaround jumper. The Bulldogs are now up 11-4. And later on, it's Rager pulling up and hitting the fadeaway J. The junior finished the night with 12 points. And Elida is not laying up. Claire Dingledine kisses it off the glass for 2 of her 6 points in the game. And the Lady Bulldogs put the pressure on in Knoxville. Lexi Good comes away with a rock, and that's an easy score for the junior. And they continue to carry the momentum. Now it's Mitchell turning and getting the hook shot to fall. Elida wins 50-23. They will play Allen East tomorrow at 4:30 in the championship game.
Meyer Braden Hop Classic at Liberty Center. Liberty Center holds on to win 55-52 over Ayersville. Dane Ewers led the way for the Pilots with 23. Napoleon won the other game 47-45 in overtime. But Holgate will advance to the title game tomorrow against Liberty Center because Napoleon had to forfeit the game because they had a JV player play 7 quarters total across JV and varsity tonight. Can't do that. All right, coming up, more tournament action. The Smitty Classic over at Salinas Fieldhouse. And Michigan football has a new head coach. Details straight ahead. Welcome back to Hoops Friday night. Once again, boys games, girls tournaments, but over at the Smitty Classic in Salina, it's a girls and guys doubleheader. The Bulldogs host 2 games today against the Bell Fountain Chieftains before hosting Indian Lake for 2 games. It's coming up tomorrow. Well, it's a good one in the second game of the night. Tip-off will fall into the jaws of the Salina Bulldogs, and they proceed to go on a run, including this Parker Wink 3, 7-0, an early lead for the green team. Down 10 in the second, C.J. Butler pulls up, splashes the pot. It's 15-8. Right back in Butler's hands later, opposite side of the court, though, still finding the net to cut the deficit to 4, 15-11. The game's starting to tighten up with 60 seconds left in the first half. C.J. Butler gets the steal and gives Bell Fountain their first lead of the night, 25-23. Back and forth it continues in the third. Caleb Schlater giving the Bulldogs back the lead once again, going hard in the paint, 28-27. And things staying tight with the 3-point bucket from Jamison Clement. It's a 1-point game still, 39-38. Back to the paint we go. Schlater getting it up and finishing through 52-48 there. Salina holds on to win 59-50.
From the boys to the girls as 4-4 Salina hosts 0-6 Bell Fountain. Second quarter, the bank is open for Grace Brown. That basket there would snap Salina's 9-0 run. Lady Chieftains down 9. Bulldogs will respond, though. That's Carly Smith putting her head down for the hoop and the harm to extend Salina's lead to double digits. But Bell Fountain continues to battle back. Paxton Stewart grabs her own offensive rebound and puts it back in. Then coming right back is Salina's Alana Vhorn finishing the first half strong with the pull-up J as the Bulldogs will keep their double-digit lead going into halftime. And that will continue in the second half. Salina's Brinley Court dishing it off to Lily Schreffler, who drops it in as Salina goes on to win this one 60-25.
Michigan and former Utah head coach Kyle Whittingham have agreed to a 5-year deal to make him the school's next head coach. Whittingham stepped down in December after 21 seasons leading the Utes, but left the door open to continuing his coaching career. So here we are. He's the new guy at Michigan. All right, that will do it for Hoops Friday night. Tomorrow, the action picks up with a full day of the Coach Q Classic over at Lima Gymnasium, the McDonald's Holiday Tournament at Bluffton University, day 2 of the Vicky Mock Classic. Highlights and scores from throughout the day. For Tony Quach and Dwayne Scott, I'm Adam Solomon. We'll see you next week for a return to a full schedule on Hoops Friday night.